home, in the same work. Make it a game. It's lots of fun. And better than that, it actually works. Everyone can be prosperous, and there should be no poverty-stricken homes, for they are caused only by inharmony, fear, negative thinking, and speaking. Every visible item of wealth can be traced to an invisible source. Food comes from grain, which was planted in the earth. But who sees or knows the quickening love that touches the seed and makes it bear 100-fold? An unseen force from an invisible source acts on the tiny seeds, and supply for the multitude springs forth. The physical substance that we name earth is the visible form of a super-abundant mind substance, everywhere present, pervading all things and inspiring all things to action. When the grain or seed is put into the earth, the quickening thought of the universe causes the little life germ to lay hold of the spiritual substance all about it. And what we call matter proves to be a form of mind. There is no matter, all is mind. Words are also seeds, and when dropped into the invisible spiritual substance, they grow and bring forth after their kind. Do men gather grapes of thorns or figs of thistles? Farmers and gardeners choose their seed with the greatest care. They reject every defective seed they find. In this way, make sure of the coming crop. To have prosperity, you will have to exercise the same intelligent discrimination in the choice of your seed words. You should expect prosperity when you keep the prosperity law. Therefore, be thankful for every blessing that you gain, and as deeply grateful for every demonstration as an unexpected treasure dropped into your lap. This will keep your heart fresh. For true thanksgiving may be likened to rain falling upon ready soil, refreshing it and increasing its productiveness. When Jesus had only a small supply, he gave thanks for that little he had. He gave love for it. This increased that little into such an abundance that a multitude was satisfied with food and much was left over. Blessing has not lost its power since the time Jesus used it. Try it, and you will prove its efficacy. The same power of multiplication is in it today. Praise and thanksgiving impart the quickening spiritual power that produces growth and increase in all things. You should never condemn anything in your home. If you want new articles of furniture or new clothes to take the place of those you now have, do not talk about the present things as old or shabby. Love them. Watch your words. See yourself clothed as befits a child of the King. And see your house furnished just as pleases your ideal. Thus plant in the home atmosphere the seed of richness and abundance. It will all come to you. Use the patience, the wisdom, and the assiduity that the farmer employs in planting and cultivating, and your crop will be sure. Your words of truth are energized and vitalized by the living Spirit. Your mind is now open and receptive to an influx of divine ideas that will inspire you with the understanding of the potency of your own thoughts and words. You are prospered. You are a magnet of love, drawing to it all good from the unfailing and inexhaustible reservoir of supply. Your increase comes because of your righteous application of the law of love. The blessing of Jehovah, it maketh rich, and he addeth no sorrow therewith. Jesus showed men how to live in rest and peace, and of rest Jesus invites, "Come unto me, all ye that labor and are heavy laden, and I will give you rest." There is a great difference between the simple life and poverty. The two have been associated in the minds of some people, and this is the reason they have shunned the idea of the simple life. Even those who have come into some degree of spiritual understanding sometimes put out of mind all thought of a simple manner of living because they fear that others will think they are failing to demonstrate prosperity. In such cases, those who judge should remember to judge not according to appearance, and those who are judged should be satisfied with the praise of God rather than with the praise of men. All those who base their prosperity on possessions alone have a purely material prosperity, which, though it may seem great for a time, will vanish because it is founded on the changing of the external and has no root within the consciousness. There is a great similarity in the homes of nearly all people who have about the same sized incomes. Each one unconsciously follows suggestions and furnishes their home with the same sort of things as their neighbors. Here and there are exceptions. Someone is expressing his or her individuality, overcoming mass suggestion, and buying the kind of furniture they really want, or that is really comfortable and useful. This free, independent spirit has much in its favor in making a prosperity demonstration. The delusion that it is necessary to be just like other people or to have as much as other people have causes a spirit of anxiety that is the opposite of love, that hinders the exercise of faith in demonstration. The simple life does not imply poverty, and it is not ascetic. It is as different from the austere as it is from the wanton luxury. It is the natural, free, childlike mode of living, and one never really knows what true prosperity is until one comes into this simplicity and independence of spirit. The simple life is a state of consciousness. It is peace, contentment, and satisfaction in the joy of living and loving. And it is attained through thinking about God and worshiping Him in spirit and in truth. You want to learn how to demonstrate prosperity in your home by the righteous exercise of powers and faculties that God has given you. Realize in the very beginning that you do have these powers and faculties. You are in possession of everything necessary for the demonstration of prosperity and can undertake it with the utmost confidence and faith. You can draw on the omnipresent substance throughout all eternity, yet it will never grow less, for it consists of ideas. Through thinking, you take some of these ideas into your mind, and they become manifest in your affairs. Love is one of the ideas that provide a key to the infinite storehouse of abundance. It opens up generosity in us. It opens up generosity in others when we begin to love and bless them. Will it also open up a spirit of generosity in God? It certainly will and does. If you consciously love and bless God, you will soon find that things are coming your way. It will surprise you that just thinking about God will draw to you things you want and expect and bring many other blessings that you had not even thought about. Thousands of persons have proved this law to their entire satisfaction, and we have many records that illustrate how people have demonstrated abundance in the very face of apparent lack, simply by thinking about the love of God and thanking Him for what they have. This law will demonstrate itself for you, for anyone who applies it faithfully, for love never faileth. Men in business and industry have demonstrated great amounts of money through love. They did not love God, but the love of money attracted the money to them. It drew the substance right to them and enabled them to accumulate money, but merely as material without the divine idea that assures permanence. We hear about men in high finance going bankrupt quite often as we hear about men making great fortunes. When we develop a spiritual consciousness, we transfer this personal love to a higher and more stable plane from the love of money and material things to the love of God, and thus conceived it will attract to us all the resources of infinite mind forever and ever. Once you make a connection with the universal bank of God, you have a permanent source of wealth. Jesus said that when we come to the altar to make an offering, we should have nothing in our heart against our brother. He said that before we can make contact with the love and power of God, we must first make peace with our brother. This means that we must cultivate a love for our fellows in order to set the attractive force of love into operation. All we need to do is quicken our love for others by thinking about love and casting out of our mind all hate and fear that would weaken the perfect working of that mighty magnet. As love attracts, hate dissipates. Before you approach God's altar of plenty, go and make friends with your brother. Make friends even with the money powers. Do not envy the rich. Never condemn those who have money merely because they have it and you do not. Do not question how they got their money and wonder whether or not they are honest. All that is none of your business. Your business is to get what belongs to you, and you do that by thinking about the omnipresent substance of God and how you can lay hold of it through love. Get in touch with God, riches in spirit, lay hold of them by love, and you will have sufficient for every day. Love, therefore, is the fulfillment of the law. The eternal law of spirit goes right on operating regardless of what you may think, say, or do. It is ordained that love will bring you prosperity, and you need not wonder whether it will or how it will. Be not therefore anxious, saying, what shall we eat? Or what shall we drink? Or wherewithal shall we be clothed? Do not worry. Worry is a thief and a robber, for it keeps your good from you. It breaks the drawing law of love, the law that says perfect love casteth out fear. Banish worry by quietly, confidently affirming the drawing power of the divine love as the constant active magnet that attracts your unfailing supply. A good affirmation to rout worry is one like this: divine love bountifully supplies and increases substance to meet my every need. Nearly all books or articles that deal with success and prosperity stress the well-known virtues of honesty, industry, system, and order.
Good, how are you? Good morning.
God bless you.
God bless you. So, that's Antonio. We met Antonio in the Dominican a couple days ago while we were doing yoga on the beach. And he gave us really pretty anklets that he's made. So we can take those home with us, which we're excited about. So excited for the anklets. My intentions when I come out here and practice yoga and meditation, with every breath in, I'm taking in all of the good for the day, all of the love that this universe has to offer us. And with every breath out, my intentions are to release the stresses from yesterday, to release all of the things that no longer serve my body, to release anything that this temple, this vehicle, this meat suit that I get to walk this earth in, is to release all of that. Grounding myself, getting ready for a beautiful day in the Dominican. We head back to Texas, which is where we're from, on Tuesday. We're excited about that. But in the meantime, our summit, we came down for a business summit here in the Dominican. That has come to an end. It was beautiful. It was great. I educated on life, spirituality, finance, and real estate. Those are the things that I practice in this world. You guys want to see the moon? He's still awake. Okay. So that yoga mat is a foldable mat. It's really cool, so it goes with me everywhere at this point. I take it in my suitcase when I travel, but it is so convenient, you guys. It's like, that. That's Mandeville morning hair. But it is so convenient because it folds up into a little square. So unlike my other yoga mats, I have to roll them and they're super thick. This one is also super comfortable and it's almost got like a stick to it. So I'm not slipping and sliding while I'm practicing my yoga in the mornings. And it is a practice. Let me share that. It is not, yoga is not simply stretching. It is a full-blown practice. I'll show you guys one more time. So if you want to find one, this is the brand. Guyam.
Your imagination around and look to the other end. Revile not the king, and not in thy thought, and revile not the rich in thy bedchamber, for the birds of the heavens shall carry the Lord, and thy companion shall come down. Blessed is the man that walketh not in the counsel of the wicked, nor standeth in the way of sinners, nor sitteth in the seat of scoffers, but his delight is in the law of Jehovah. And on his law doth he meditate day and night, and he shall be like a tree planted by the streams of water, that bringeth forth its fruit in its season.
Whatever you guys want to do when I'm in my meditation, I'm focusing on my breath.
And whatsoever
I'm focusing on releasing any thoughts that come up. If a thought comes up during my meditation, I show it some mercy, some gratitude. It's usually about something that I have going on that I have to get done, maybe with business or with my family. I've got 3 teenage boys. I show that some compassion. Of course, you're thinking about your kids, Amanda Bell. You're a really good mom.
What is it that you love?
Really great mom. Of course, you're thinking about your business, Amanda Bell. You're a really great business owner, and you care about your employees and your clients, right? So I show that some compassion, and then watch the thought float away, and then I go back to my breath and focus on the inside. How's Amanda feeling today? So that's my practice of meditation. You guys can follow along and join in. You should be able to hear it.
So you can love money, that's fine.
Take a moment and find your center. Inhale. Become aware of your breath. And exhale. And relax. Taking your attention to the space in the center of your throat. space. Of the energy of space around your throat, beyond your neck, in space. What was that vision of the future that awaits you? Defined by that intention and select that potential that already exists in your field. Allow that internal representation to be where you're headed. Invest your energy into the future. Become the experience. Let the experience create the emotion. And can you teach your body emotion how that future feels now? And move into a new state of being. Let your body respond to your mind.